Hello guys, today we are going to see how to install SonarQube locally and get the code quality report for .NET Core project including code coverage for unit tests. We will also see how to use SonarLint with Visual Studio and integrate it with SonarQube reports. During the demo we will also go through the common issues you might face with installation and also while generating the reports. I will show you how to fix them so that you won't need to spend time in researching for same. And just for a note, for today's demo, actually, I'm using Visual Studio 2019 Community Edition, and all the scanning and the integration will be done for same. Okay, let's start. The first thing we will need to do is download SonarQube on our local system. So for downloading it, you will need to go to the site sonarcube.org. Under download section, you can get the community edition. So just download the file. It will be a zip file which will be downloaded on your system. So once downloaded, you will need to extract that file. So let me just show you on how I have done it on my local system. So yeah, if you can see under C drive I have folder named Swapnil, and under that I have folder named SonarQube, and this is the zip file. Before extracting the zip file, just make sure you go to the properties section, and under this properties this file might be blocked on your system, so you will just need to check the unblock checkbox present over here. Apply those changes, click OK, and then extract it. Just don't go and directly extract this file, else you will face some issues later while configuring it. So just make sure you go to properties, unblock the file, and then only extract it. Let me show you the content of this folder. So as you can see, there are multiple folders available under here, but we will be dealing with bin and config folder only. So later on in this video, when we will be configuring SonarQube locally, so we will go through these two folders only, but we won't need to go through our other folders because we won't be making any changes on those. Okay, now let's go through the project which we will be today using for scanning. Okay, on my screen you can see the project. It's a profile management system. So what it does, we keep record of user profiles, and this application based on the request will provide us the user profile and his basic info. So the main project, it contains program.cs file, which is starting point for our application. Then we have a couple of layers like application layer containing business logic, then persistence layer containing calls for database communication. I have also added one project for unit test. So if you go to the project, you will see there is one unit test as of now, and there is one more unit test, but this is commented out. So for the first scan we will use only one unit test, and then we will do one more scan just to see what changes the report will show once we uncomment this particular unit test. So the second scan will have two unit test cases. I'm using 2019 Visual Studio Community Edition, so we don't have any direct support for calculating the code coverage or for the unit test cases. So for that, actually we are using for one open source utility that is called as a coverlet. So using that coverlet utility, actually we can calculate the code coverage. So to add that utility, what you will need to do, just right click on the unit test project, go to manage NuGet packages, yeah, search for coverlet. It will show you this one package coverlet.msbuild. So what it does, using our build msbuild, we can command it to calculate the code coverage. So just install this particular NuGet package into unit test project only. So now with this done, let's go to the another setting which we need to do, or I will say the utility which we need to download. So let's go to Sonar Scanner, this document which is created, help document which is created by SonarQube. So under this page, actually, if you go to the MS build section, so you will see we need to download one utility, or I will say tool, for scanning our project or solution for Sonar Scanner, SonarQube reports. So you will need to execute this command for installing this .NET Sonar Scanner utility. So just go to developer tool, fire this command. Don't need to specify this version parameter. You need to just execute this command, and it will download the latest version. So once that latest version is available on your local system, you can execute the command related to SonarQube, and then only the analysis will be performed. So with all these settings done, now let's go to SonarQube scanner application, and we will host it locally. So for SonarQube application to work locally, you will need to install the Java. JDK, but currently I'm using OpenJDK. So you can go to for the site and download it, OpenJDK tool, on your local system. Let me know if you need any help. You can add it in. You can ask me question in the comment section, and I will help you with that as well. So once that is done, go to the folder where we extracted all this information. So this is the extracted folder for SonarQube. So in the bin folder, if you go to this bin folder, you will see there are 4 folders available. So based on the operating system, you will need to select the folder. Currently I'm using Windows, so I will go to Windows. So in this folder, you will see there are 5 to 6 bat files available. So for starting the SonarQube, so you will need to execute this particular bat file. But before executing, in case if you are using OpenJDK, you will need to do one setting. So for that, go to root folder, go to config folder. You can see this wrapper.config file. So just edit this file and you will need to put the location of Java folder in case if you are using OpenJDK. So you can see I have modified this particular line. So here I have put the location of all the files related to Java currently on my system. So as of now I'm using OpenJDK, so I had to do this setting manually. In case if you are not using OpenJDK, you are using the normal Java JDK installation, or you have that installation on your system, so then you won't need to do this. So once this setting is done, go to the bin folder. Yeah, just open the command prompt from here, type command start sonar.bat, click enter. So now it will launch the JVM. Okay, so now the SonarQube is up. You can see this message on the last line. So now let's go to the browser. I will refresh this page. Yeah. So on this port 9000, the SonarQube will be available. Yeah. So now it's loading. Okay, so this is the portal actually for SonarQube on your local system. In case if you have on server, the same kind of UI you will get there. Okay, so for performing this sonar scan, we will need to execute couple of commands. So in total, there are 4 commands. The first one is for adding this particular project to SonarQube reports. Then the second one is for building this solution. The third one is for running the unit test and generating the code coverage. And the fourth one will be finalizing the SonarQube. So whatever the analysis will be done, so all that analysis related data will be published on our SonarQube portal. So let's go to this location of this particular project. Yeah. Open the command prompt. As we have already installed the utility required for this for performing SonarQube for executing the SonarQube analysis with the Microsoft build. So our builds will work. So I have already written those commands. So let me just copy this command on this command prompt here. So this is the first command. So what it says, the first keyword you can see is the .NET, then Sonar Scanner begin. The parameter we are passing is the profile, the key for this particular scan. So key can be anything. You can use for GUID as well, but as of now I have given it the proper name, the name of my project. So profile info underscore scan, and this is the third scan actually I'm performing on this project. So I will write down 3 because in case if I don't provide any name and this particular profile already exists, there is any already existing profile with the same key, so the report will go there. But now I want a separate report for this particular session, so I am naming this particular key with a different name. So now let's execute this command. Yeah, yeah. So it has started the build for Sonar Scanner. So yes, so these are the steps which are performed. So it will initialize everything, whatever the scanners it will be using. So it will initialize those. So now what we need to do is we need to perform the .NET build. So let me execute this command as well, .NET build. So now it will actually build the project. Yes, so build succeeded. So now the next thing for us is to perform the code coverage, run the unit test and collect the code coverage report. So for that I have already written the command. So I will just copy that command here. Yeah, so this is the command. So what this command says, we are executing the test. Then we are passing two parameters. These parameters are required for collecting the code coverage. So the first parameter is collect coverage. So we need to set it to true. And the second parameter is coverlet output format. So what format of the report must be? It is open cover, because SonarQube scanner supports open cover format. So that's why we are explicitly passing it the format of the report. So I will just now execute this command. This info actually you can get on SonarQube documentation. Yeah, so you can see the count of tests. Currently we have only one unit test and the other one is commented out. So the test run was successful, and the test is passing. And you can see this is the report actually, and there will be one XML file generated with this code coverage. I will show you that XML file. So let's first go to the unit test project location. So if I go to this unit test project, yeah, so if you see in this project there will be one coverage file generator. So this is the file, coverage file. So in the first scan actually this report won't be published in SonarQube report, because currently we don't have any we have not done any configuration or setting to make the SonarQube read this particular file. So we will need to specify the file name as well as the path. So we will do that once the scan is complete. So let's just resume the work which we are doing. So we will execute the last command, and all these commands are available on the SonarQube documentation. So let me just show you. So these are the three commands actually we are currently executing. The only extra command which we executed is related to .NET test, so which is not currently present here, but that we need to do. Yeah, so let me copy the last command. So yes, so this is .NET sonar scanner end. So what it does, whatever the analysis we have performed so far, so with this command it will take that analysis reports and it will publish to our sonar portal. So let's execute this command. Yeah, so the work is in progress. Yes, so it will check for code coverage and everything, but by default actually it won't find the code coverage file. So for that we will need to do one setting. I will let you know how to do that. So yes, we can see the scan is complete, and if you see this analysis is successful, and for just browsing this particular analysis we have the URL as well. So I will just copy this URL, go to the browser and just hit enter. Yes, so this is the scan actually which is currently performed. You can see there are eight code smells in our project, and the test coverage is currently 0. So for this actually we will need to do one setting which we will just look now. Yeah. But there is one issue actually you might face on your system as well, which I wanted to show you. But like currently the code coverage is 0%. But if you click on it, it it will try to load one page with all the details related to code coverage and everything. But you might face this issue. If let me reload this page, you will see there is one error. The request cannot be processed. Try again later. So this might happen on your system as well. On my system, it's happening because of my antivirus. So let me just go and disable the antivirus as of now. Yeah, so I will just disable this antivirus issue actually most of the people face. And if I load the report, so yes, you can see the report is loaded, this particular section is loaded, but currently we don't have any code coverage information. So for getting the code coverage as well, we need to do one setting. So for that you will need to log in into this application. So and for login, by default the username will be admin and the password will be admin. Hit enter. It will take you to the portal. Yes, now go to project settings, go to general settings. Here you will see one section for languages. So go to languages, select the language. As currently we are working on .NET project and we are using C#. So let's go to the C# language. And if you go down, you will see there is one setting called as open cover integration test reports path. So you need to specify the reports path here, code coverage report path. So the format, the proper format for it will be just the name of the report. So let me go to the unit test and I will copy this name. I will specify the path. Yeah. So under all folders, it will look for this particular XML file. You can specify whatever the format you want, but yes, currently I'm using the default name. Now I will just save it. I will go to the overview page. Currently this report is not available. We will need to perform the scan again. Not the entire scan, but the last step. So if I now execute the last command again, .NET Sonar scanner end. So now what it will do, it will check all the available analysis reports now, and it will also find the code coverage information as well as we have specified the path. Yes. Okay. So yeah, it's finalizing the reports. Yes, and you can see the scan is complete. The URL is again shown here, but we already have it loaded. So I will just reload the page. So as we have not changed the key, the scan results will go under the same project. Yeah, and now you can see we have the code coverage information. So this is the extra setting actually we had to do. And if I click on it now, it will take me to the report. Yeah, so it will give me all the details like what number of lines actually which are not covered, and it will give me all the details related to code coverage. I can go to the details and check like with which lines I have covered and what are the suggestions related to code smell and everything. So all the issues will be reported here. So this way the SonarQube scanner will publish the reports locally. Now let's see the SonarLint extension actually which is available for the SonarQube scanner. So for that, for downloading it, you will need to go to extension. So go to manage extension, search for SonarLint. It will give you that extension here and you will need to install it. I have already installed it, and I will just need to enable it. Currently it's disabled, so I will just enable it. Yes, it will ask me for restarting the Visual Studio. So I will just restart the Visual Studio and we'll come back. Yeah, so I have restarted the Visual Studio. So with this extension, what happens is, if there are any code smells, so if there are any existing code smells or issues, so it will report you. Like in this particular page, actually, there is one suggestion from SonarLint. So what SonarLint does is, it scans your code whenever you are typing. So that time only it will start scanning your code and will show you the suggestions available for it in case if there are any issues. So this will happen for the entire project. So now what we can do is in case if we have configured it on a build server. So in that case, you might have some custom configuration for SonarQube scanner. So in case if you want to sync that uh, configuration with your local Visual Studio. So for to do that, what you need to do is go to Team Explorer. Yeah, go to Home. Click on the SonarQube icon. Cube. So it will give me one option to connect. So in order to connect, what we need the SonarQube server. Then we need username or password, or we can also do this connection with the token. So let's go to SonarQube and just copy this server address. Yeah. So in case if you want to generate the token, what you can do is go to SonarQube, go to your profile, go to my account. Yes, under security. Yeah, I will need to log in again. Admin. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So under security, you see this option available here. This is for generating the token. So in case if you want to generate a new token, just name the token. So I will name it as a token 2. We'll click on generate. So this is the token generated. You will need to copy this token, and this token won't be shown here again once you refresh this page. So now I will go to the connection window, just copy and paste the token and click on connect. So what it will do is, now it will connect you to the server profile. So once that is done, you can refresh the screen, click on the show all project. Yeah, show all project. So what are the scan you want to connect to? So the latest scan we did was profile info underscore scan 3. So I will connect it, connect to that particular profile. So I will just need to connect on or click on bind. So once that is done, yeah, it will show me all the results which were available on that report on my local Visual Studio instance. So this way actually you can connect your Visual Studio with your builds, what are the report generated on your build server. So and those reports, what are the code smells, those were found in that report. Those results will be available here. So this way all the suggestions will be shown to you. So this way the developer will have access to what are the scans which were performed using on a build server. Yeah. Okay, now let's perform the scan again. So, this time what we will do, we will uncomment this particular unit test. Yeah, and we'll run the scanning again. So we will need to go through the commands again. So we will start from the first line, that is sonar scanner begin. So once this step is performed, the second step we need to do is .NET build. Yeah, the third one is .NET test. Yes, and now the final one is sonar scanner end. So it's uploading the entire scan result on now our SonarQube server. So once this is done, we will go to the report and we'll see if the coverage is updated. Currently the coverage was 12.2. So yes, the scan is complete. Let's go to the our SonarQube portal. Yeah, let's go to the project. Yes, this is the project actually. Overall code scan. So now you can see the code coverage is not now 17.1. So initially it was 12.2, 12.8 I think. Now it is increased. So this way you can add the unit test cases and this code coverage information will be updated. So that's it for today. In case if this video helps you, do subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions or queries, just add it into comment section. I will reply back to them. And in case if you know need any more details on this, let me know. I can create one more session with the detailed information related to this. Yeah. So best of luck.